What's up, y'all? If we haven't met, my name is Jason Littrell. I'm a hospitality management consultant based here in New York City, and this is some of the stuff that I look for in websites. So we're looking at three different websites. These two are related, but this one is totally independent. And so what I'm looking for is we tend to read top down, left to right. So this is great branding right here. This is great. There's a parallax back here, which means that there's a moving image. Okay. Um, what I like down here is that we're featuring food in the product. What I'd love to see more is people enjoying the product. This relieves us of the burden of actually deciding what we want. And so if we co-opt other people's decisions, it relieves us of the burden of having to decide ourselves. So this is some new stuff. But as long as it took me to say that sentence, most people will actually leave. And so oftentimes what you'll see is when you leave the page with your mouse, this is called exit intent. There will be an offer saying like, "Hey, are you sure you wouldn't like to 20% off or whatever?" And so people spend a lot of money on these websites, but they don't really think about the decision psychology that goes into it. And so what ends up happening is if their needs are not met almost immediately, like if this is above the fold, then they're going to leave. And so when they go to leave, you can actually trigger a pop up that says, "Would you like 20% off your first order? Leave, uh, you know, check us out." So right here is find a table. So this could be a different color, something that's an off, like out of the colorway, something that actually doesn't fall inside, and that would be a pattern interrupt. And so we want to put this color as something a little bit different so that people know to click it because it just doesn't quite fit. But this is where we want people to actually go. This is a buying question right here. So find a table, and I'm looking down in the bottom left right here below my face. It's a Resi link. So Resi or Talk or Open Table or Seven Rooms or whatever it is, your reservation system, they're collecting consumer data. That means names, phone numbers, and email addresses. And so if you have this, that means that people are actually, giving their information to book a table with you, and you have access to that information. That information should go into your database because I'm sure there is language in each of their terms of service that you are opting into marketing. So you can take control of your own marketing by taking the information that is on Resi or Open Table, Seven Rooms, Talk, whatever it is. I do like this big large thing, but nobody's actually going to read it. You should just really be driving to one single thing. So people are not likely going to get down here. But if they do, this is social proof. This is great. This is what other people say about it. Again, you want to personalize this as much as possible. You want to put a face next to this and make sure that people know what it is. So all this other stuff, the number one thing that people are going to look at if they get past this point is about who you are and what your story is, what your mission is. This is really great. I like this stuff. Our mission, this is cool. But generally speaking, most people are not going to get to this point. Let's move on to this one right here. So Sour Mouse. This is another place in the Lower East Side. There's a bit of coding error here. There's this little box that's blocking right here. I'm guessing this is a widget that is happening in the background that happens to have some sort of a user interface. This is a little problem. Also, why would we need to log on? This is a restaurant. This should be to get people. The purpose of this website is to get people into the restaurant. There's nothing, like no other purpose. So we're seeing other people. This looks like stock images, maybe. No, that's probably real. And lots of call to action buttons right here. This is really good. And then location. So I think it should be mentioned that I'm on a laptop computer right now, and 99%, like actually 80+% of people are going to be looking at this on a mobile phone. So it doesn't matter what it looks like right here. It actually really matters what happens on the mobile phone. So people are not going to spend a lot of time on your website. So if if you were to when you read stories in the newspaper, um, you read the story based on the headline. And so if your headline is not good, then why would you read the story? And that's the entire function of the website, is to get them to read the story. So if they've gotten to your website, congratulations, that's a really big deal. But what happens when they get there should be delivering on the conversation that they're having in their mind. So if the conversation that they're having in their mind is, I want to have a good time tonight, I want to meet a partner tonight, I want to have the opportunity for a good time. That's what they're really looking for. They're not waking up in the middle of the night saying, I wish I had Sour Mouse, or I wish I had a game of pool. They're thinking, what is going to make me look really cool? What can I recommend to my friends that will make me look really cool? Because this is the principle of WIFM, WIFM. What's in it for me? And so if your website is not delivering on this, then you're missing out. So there is an SEO value, that's search engine optimization. You want to make sure that the words that people are looking for already are represented here. But if I were this business, I would say something along the lines of what to do in the Lower East Side tonight, because that is what they're actually asking in their minds. That is the conversation that's happening in their minds. What is the most fun thing to do in the Lower East Side? The brand comes later. First, address the conversation happening in their minds, then talk about the brand. And so the brand should deliver on the values that they care about. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is the same company, so we're going to see a lot of similar things. There's really cool stuff here. These are really great buttons. This is a first thing. I went to the wrong page, but the first thing is this is great branding. First of all, great color scheme, and then what they're not really selling right here is that this is a live LED wall or a video wall, whatever it is. But this is specific to a niche audience. Destination for gaming and entertainment. That's something that's very simple. People are like, where can I go to game? This delivers on that question. And so these are two very specific calls to action. Visit us or book an event. I would actually maybe consider just not doing this. Visit us is the first thing, but maybe try to capture some information, name, phone number, and email address, and then you attach this to our systems at KMS, and it follows up and nurtures them until they buy, or there is no other option. They just eventually buy. And so what we like to do is we like to connect these calls to action buttons into a CRM, and make sure that they are consistently knowing what's going on. So I actually tried this out. I didn't get a response, and there's much better ways to do this. So we'd start with an indoctrination sequence or an induction sequence that says, hey, here are 6 things that you'd love about our brand. It's called a listicle, and so you just introduce very patiently, very slowly, the things that people want, and just a little bit about the business, and this gives them more and more reasons to buy. But if you deliver value, then value will come back to you. So this is just my little 1, 2, 3 on these couple websites. Great design, but perhaps a little bit of functionality might be missing here, because the object of the game is to engage people over a long period of time, because they may be visiting this website, but they may not be ready to buy right now. They may not be ready to visit right now. All right, that's it. My name is Jason Littrell. I'm a hospitality management consultant based in New York City, and my company is Kinetic Management Systems, kmsops.com. I hope to see you soon.